In this video, we're going to talk about taking numbers which are written in scientific notation and turning them back into decimals, so taking numbers out of scientific notation. So I'm going to teach you a trick first of all. The first thing you want to do is look at the exponent. Specifically, look at the sign of the exponent. So in this exponent, we have a -4. And that negative is going to tell us that the number we're looking for is smaller than 3.5. Over here we have a 3, that's a +3. That's going to tell us the number that we're looking for is bigger than 1.62. So if your exponent is negative, that means the number we need is smaller. If your exponent is positive, that means the number we need is larger. And what that really does is it tells us which direction to move our decimal point. So the 4 is helpful to us as well. That tells us how many times we're going to move. So if we start with 3.5, and we want to make our number smaller because we have a negative exponent, we're going to move our decimal point to the left because that's going to make a smaller number. We're going to move our decimal point to the left 4 times because that's the number up here. So we're going to boop it over once, 2, 3, 4. And so here is where our decimal point ends up. We've got 3 spaces with nothing in them. We're going to put in zeros as placeholders. So 0, 0, 0, 3, 5. So if I wanted to write my answer, it would be written as 0.00035. That's the same thing as 3.5 times 10 to the -4th power. Taking a look at our next example, we've got 1.62 times 10 to the 3rd. The fact that this is positive tells us that we need a number that's bigger than 1.62. And the way we do that is to move our decimal point to the right. So we move our decimal point to the right 3 places. We're going to take our decimal and go 1, 2, 3. Again, I have no number where one of my decimal point movements was. So I'm going to put a placeholder 0 there, which means that my mean number is 1620, and the decimal point comes at the very end. So 1620 is the number 1,620. So 1.62 times 10 to the 3rd can be written as 1,620 if we take it out of scientific notation.